In the category of health, science, environmental news, the nominees are Survey, Women Want to See Reconstruction Options, Media Source, Jared Ziegler, Clark Powell, Lisa Aldridge Powell, Shannon McCormick, Robert Leach, Philip Hayes. Miley's Makeover, WDRB, Bennett Habrel. Fracking, The New Gold Rush, WDTN, Mark Allen, Jamar Black. An Indelicate Balance, Wave TV, James Thomas. Up a Creek, Wave TV, John Bowl. Hardcore Trout Stocking, WCHS, Patrick McMurtry. What Is It Like to Donate an Organ, WCPO, Tanya O'Rourke, Greg Singleton. Celebrity Survivors, WDTN, Katie Usson. Officer Recovery, WSYX, WTTE, Tara Babcock, Robert Bradford. In the category of Health, Science, Environmental Program, the nominees are Buckeye Gold, Think TV, Julie Davis, Jason Wilson, Richard Nordstrom. Our Ohio, Troubled Waters, Think TV, Richard Wunderling, Julie Davis, Jason Wilson, Richard Nordstrom, Nicholas Bott, Mike Schwartz, Kitty Lensman. 24 Hours at Grant, WBNS, Tracy Enders, Walter Tyler. I Want to Go Home, A Journey Through Alzheimer's, WCMH, Jennifer Kaiser, Jason Litton, Colleen Marshall. Making Miracles, Colin Story, Dayton Children's Medical Center, Tom Housley. And in the category of Human Interest News, the nominees are Andrew's Bucket List, Wave TV, Don G., Roger Dunaway. Adam's Hope, WHIO, James Brown, Trey Black. A Random Act of Christmas, Wave TV, Doug Drush, Connie Leonard. The Ability of Brian, WDRB, Rachel Carr, Dominic Furman. Forever Yours, Agnes, WHAS, Brian Baker, Michael Driver. Jill's Journey, WHAS, Maggie Rupert, Adam Lefke. The Gospel of John, WEHT, Randy Moore, Ryan Cassell. In the category of Human Interest Program, the nominees are Holocaust Survivors Journey for Peace, WTWO, Patrick Fazio. Bank Fishing with Axton, Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, Tim Farmer, Scott Moore. Becoming Jackie, WBNS, Ashley Berry, Walter Tyler. In the category of military news, there were no nominations. In the category of military program, Invisible Wound, PTSD, and The War Within, WHIO. Becky Grimes, Brian Sturzman, Cheryl McHenry, and James Brown. And special edition Outlook with Brian Anderson, WKYU, Barbara Deeb, David Brinkley, Joshua Nydwick. And up next is Sports Director Rick Simler.
Thanks, Mike. We'll start with politics, government news. Danger in the dash cam, Wave, Eric Flack. Denial and refraction, Paul Ryan stimulus stumble, WCPO, Brandon Keith. Next category, politics, government program, NBC4's The Spectrum, WCMH, Colleen Marshall, Chris Booker, and Jason Linton. We have 8 nominees in societal concerns. I-Team, Sexual Predator School Zones, WCPO, Brendan Keith. What Lies Below, Think TV, Richard Wunderling, Jason Wilson, Richard Nordstrom, Mike Swartz. The Bully Project, WTHI's Patrice Denneny and John Tim. Matter of Convenience, Wave, John Bull, Doug Druschke. Food Stamp Fraud, WSYX, Tom Susi and Drew Jones. Quest for Clemency, Ohio News Network, Kristen Severance, Andy Wallace, Judy Stenolis. Driving Drunk for Decades Undeterred, WHS, Andy Wassler. Preventing the Unspeakable, Cincinnati Enquirer, Carrie Cochran. In sports news, Hope on the Hardwood, WTHI, Rick Simler and John Tim. Ironman 2012, Wave, John Bull, Doug Dresky, George Cronin. Ryan's Story, WTHI's Ryan Ward and Ross Rawling. Sports Program Feature Segment, The Scotty Haskins Story, Ohio Athletics, WOUB, Evan Shaw, Chris Sabo, Sean Fisher. Mascot Miracle, WKYT, John Wilson and Lee K. Howard. Fortitude, Bone Cancer to Birdies, WDRB, Steve Andrus. For the Love of Baseball, For the Love of Weight, Cincinnati Enquirer, Kerry Cochran. Sports Daily or Weekly Program, we have the Blue Jackets Live, Fox Sports Ohio, Travis Williams, Bob Bennell, Tom Farmer. High School Game Time, WHAS, Adam Lefko, Kent Spencer. Game Time with Urban Meyer, WBNS, Joe Brackman, Brian Baxanell, and Dominic Tiberi. Reds Live, FS Ohio, Kent Weaver, Bob Bennell, Tom Farmer, Matt Sikafus. Relentless, an inside look at Ohio football, Ohio Athletics, WOUB, Evan Shaws, Chris Sabo, and Sean Fisher. And Game Changers, Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, Allison Momeyer, Rick Davis, John Feaster, and Vince Jones. In the category of Sports One-Time Special, Horse Show at Old Hilltop, HRTV, Steve Shedler, Amy Zimmerman, Catherine Bertrandt, Kathleen Ackle, and Jose Ibarra. The Fix, HRTV, Steve Shidler, Amy Zimmerman, Karen Johnson, Catherine B. Ranch, Kathleen Ackle. Garrett Gomez, 118 Days, Turn Left Productions in association with HRTV, Amy Zimmerman, Tom Kreitz, Jackson Gwynn. Sporting Event Game Live Unedited. Reds Game celebrating Memorial Day, Fox Sports Ohio, Tom Farmer, Bob Bennell, Joshua Hall, Roy Alfers, Tim Baker. High School Football Game of the Week, Fox Sports Ohio, Jeff Platts, Tom Farmer, Bob Bennell. Weather category, Destination Antarctica, Ohio News Network, Harrison Hove, Andy Wallace, Kathy Chambers, and Billy Gross. Tracking the deadly March 2nd tornado outbreak, WLKY, Jay Kodarski, Jared Hill, Matt Milfovich, William D. Dreamer. Tell of Two Love Stories, WLWT, Karen Johnson. And our final category here, Documentary Cultural Topic, Tracks of Imagination, KET, Frank Simiconis, and Ted Bassett, a Kentucky Gentleman, KET, Matthew Grimm. Sherry joins us now.
We're about halfway done. Are you hanging in there? Documentary historical category. The nominees are Frank Kearns, American Correspondent, Greenbrier Group Films and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, Gerald Davis, Chip Hitchcock, John Nakashima, and Gene Snedeker. Side by Side, WKRC, Eric Andrew Gerhardt, Jeff Hirsch. Columbus Neighborhoods, Downtown and Franklinton, WOSU Public Media, Cindy Gaylord, Diana Bergerman, Mary Rathke, George Levert, Tom Ryland. Unsung Hero, The Horse in the Civil War, Witnessing History, LLC, Douglas High, Kent Masterson Brown. For Informational Instructional Program, the nominees are Frameline's Tech Tips, Production Partners Media, Scott Spears, Peter John Ross. And Tyler's Light, Speak Up, Save a Life, DMN Networks, Rick Green. For Interstitial, the nominee is Artzine Interstitial Controversy 2, WOSU Public Media, Ashley Brook. Interview Discussion Program, ABC 6 On Your Side Town Hall, Guns and Education, WSYX, Liz Lane. Facing Life Head On, Teens Making Healthy Choices, Zone Communication Group, Brad Mattis. Facing Life Head On, Field of Miracles, Zone CG, Brad Mattis, Rachel Reeves, John Colmar, and Dylan Cahall. For Magazine Program, our nominees this year are Nosh, WCMH and the Media Shed, Jennifer Kaiser, Tracy Hogue, and Matthew Shedenhelm. The Local Traveler, episode number 102, Beloved Productions Encourage Media, Amy Hess, and Mike Benton. The Local Traveler, episode number 104, Beloved Productions Encourage Media, Amy Hess and Mike Benton. And Kentucky Life, 13th Kentucky Infantry, KET, Brandon Wicke and Dave Shuffett. For magazine feature segment, the nominees are The Battle of Richmond, KET, Paul Smith; Kentucky Life, Migratory Songbirds at Red River Gorge, KET, Brandon Wicke; Good Shepherd Cheese, Say Cheese, KET, Valerie Trimble, James Piston; The Chitlin Circuit, KET, Paul Smith; Bluegrass and Backroads, artist Mitchell Toll; Kentucky Farm Bureau, Matt Hilton, Robert L. Schrader; Zombie, KET, Frank Simconis; Mike Nichols, WKYU, Cheryl Beckley; Snake Hollow at Bernheim Forest, WKYU, Cheryl Beckley. And the final nominee for magazine feature segment is Wooldridge Monuments, WKYU, David Brinkley and Jessica Gibbs. Here's Susie.
We continue on now with Nostalgia Program. We have 2 nominations in this category: Jesse Owens, Enduring Spirit, WOSU Public Media, Ben Bays, and Sean Likely. The second nomination for Mind and Spirit, Mount Deschantel Academy, The Walkabout Company, LLC, that's Deborah Warmoth and Richard Warmoth. In the category for Public Current Community Affairs Program, 2012 Jefferson Awards WBNS, Brian K. Wolf, Angela Pace, and Joe Brackman. The second nomination, Everything Matters, inside the new Nationwide Children's Hospital, WBNS, Rochelle Young, Brian Blacksendell, Frank Wilson, Jerry Revish, Kristen Hartman, and Joe Brackman. The third nomination in this category, The Ascending Journey, Vis Center, Reveal, Julie Martinez. 513 Rocks, David Ashbrook, Stephen Smith. And the final nomination in this category, New Albany Community, Vital Filmworks and New Albany Community Foundation, John Doherty and James Godwin. In the category for Short Format Program, 3 nominations here. The first one goes to Changing Reels Post House, Timothy Flaherty, John Mazzarella, and Justin Dabney. The second nomination, the Columbus Dispatch, It's Smart, Media Source, Jared Ziegler, Robert Leach, Gene Nemetti, and Don Wentz. And the final nomination in this category, Donate Life, A Legacy of Life, Take 3 Studios, Chris Martin. In the category for Special Event Coverage, 5 nominations. The first one, Marco Panuccio presents Oh Holy Night, an evening of holiday song, WCET, Taylor Feltner, and Mike Schwartz. The second nomination, Thunder Over Louisville, WDRB, Jennifer Keeney, Daniel Boyle, Barry Fulmer, and David Callan. The third nomination, the first ever Bra Day USA, Media Source, Jared Ziegler, Robert Leach, Lisa Powell, and Philip Hayes. LEX 18, new special coverage of Kentucky Derby 138 WLEX, Jennifer Evans Smith. And the final nomination in this category, All-Tech Celebration of Song, All-Tech, Chad Robinson. In the category for Community Public Service PSAs, 2 nominations, the Ohio State University 2012 campaign, WOSU Public Media, Ben Bays and Sean Likely. The second and final nomination, WKU Counseling Anxiety PSA, Sublime Media Group LLC, Austin Albany, John Doss, Matt Scott.